Barry Lyndon, part 3. Goodness. Um, I just showed you a part 2 to Barry Lyndon. The first part to Barry Lyndon that I'd forgotten, I put in part 2. And that was following on the scene from Brian's birthday, was this scene, okay, where they are on the lake, okay. So in the Brian's birthday scene, I think we had 9-1 references, and then we have this. Okay, now let me show you something. This is Stourhead. Okay, I went and looked it up. I thought, because I was mentioning this looks like it could be a dam here, start of a dam here is what I was saying. So I went and looked it up. I was like, I couldn't resist. I had to find out what we were looking at here. Anyway, so this is where it turns out to be, Stourhead. Okay, and there you can see it, same picture basically. And so if we go to the map now, okay, and we actually, let's zoom out just a little bit so we can get our bearings. I believe this is the bridge we're looking at here, the Palladium Bridge. Okay, I don't see any other bridges there, so I believe they're taking this shot across here, with the bridge, and then over to this, what they're calling the Pantheon here. I think we can just, if I zoom in on it, you can kind of make out that that is the Pantheon. Okay, so there's the bridge. Don't know if you can make this out up in here in the small picture. There's the Pantheon, the Temple of Diana. Okay, and then we have this. Now I can't really tell if it is actually really a dam, but it definitely looks like it's a dam the way it is on here, the horseshoe shape. So I wonder, I don't know, I feel like this is a dam. Now I haven't done any reading or anything else just than looking at the map. Okay, if we look further down here, this definitely looks like a dam down here, right here. So I'm assuming that this is also a dam here. You know what they say about assumptions, but man, it looks like it ought to be a dam, doesn't it? Just interesting, isn't it? just super interesting that this is, again, that Stanley Kubrick, I mean, if you watch his other films, he does go to the trouble of filming in some locations that have some very interesting symbolism to them. Again, has he picked this particular spot out because of having that dam in the backdrop there, being on a man-made lake? I don't know if this actually is a man-made lake, but I'm assuming it's partially man-made anyway. Yeah, actually, that says Temple of Apollo there. Okay, yeah. No, I think we are. That's what we're looking at. The Parthenon there. Pantheon. Same Parthenon and Fluminel. We're back on this again, Dan. Getting names wrong. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Super duper interesting though. Okay, part 3 done. Bye.